The teacher was able to assess her ultimate goal by having her students do three parts to a learning menu. She started out with an appetizer, and where the students did like an overview of things. Once they finished with their appetizer, they took it to the teacher, and she was able to check it for understanding and comprehension, and then they were able to move on to the main course or the main dish. Once in the main dish, this is where the student was able to actually dig deep into the instruction, into the book, and one stated that he made bullet points. Another young lady stated that she was a skimmer when she read, and once that she got into her main dish, it really made her focus on certain aspects and the important parts of the reading. And the teacher made them quiz out of the main dish in order to go on to the dessert. Once they got to the dessert part of it, it was like a complete overview of the whole section and the whole chapter. This is I think very important. I think it lets kids learn at different stages and at different levels and at different times. One child talked about how she was glad that they did this because she didn't have a deadline. There wasn't somebody breathing down her neck trying to get something finished. She could work at her own pace, and every student works at their own pace. And so it's very important that everybody have the time that they need to comprehend what they're being taught or what they're supposed to learn. So student choice plays a big part in her instruction because they get to choose what part of the lesson they want to learn. So I think that's very important. I think it's important because if they're interested in it, then they're going to pay attention and they're going to learn the material. If you get students who are not interested in things, then they tend to daydream and drift off, and you don't know whether you've reached them or not when it comes time to quiz. So I like that aspect of it, and it just goes back to show that letting the students pick what they want, will keep them engaged. Letting kids work at their own pace where they don't feel rushed, I think they learn more from that. I could really use this in the class I teach of medical terminology. It's very difficult to teach students root words to medical terms. We have like cardia is for cardiology. So cardia can stand for anything. It can stand for cardiomegaly, which is inflammation of the heart. It could stand for cardiologist, and just because we add the OIST to the end of it means it's a specialty. So it's difficult sometimes for them to pull those together. So I think incorporating a menu lesson plan would really help my students in grasping their medical words and medical terminology a whole lot better. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. I hope it was as exciting to watch as it was to do. It's the first time I've ever done it. I really like it. It feels weird sitting in a room by myself talking, but anyway, thank you. Thank you to everybody in class who has been very helpful, and to instructor Cauldron for all of her advice and her help. It was greatly appreciated. And good luck in your future classes, Ashford students. Goodbye.